So the SEIK project, SEIK stands for Sustainable Event Industry Knowledge, and it's a project that we have managed to set up courtesy of teaching and learning funding that we acquired from the Impact Fund here at TU Dublin. And the project is all about developing teaching resources for our students of event management. We have students studying event management at undergraduate and at postgraduate level here. And with the SEIK project, we are trying to develop teaching resources to enhance our student learning. That's effectively what the project is about. And we're going to do this by engaging with industry practitioners, because we think that industry practitioners have a great deal of expertise and knowledge. And we want to somehow extract that knowledge and expertise and to translate it into usable outputs in the guise of resources that we can use with our students to increase their understanding, their familiarity, their knowledge about how the event industry works. So we envisage, for example, gathering knowledge from practitioners and translating it into such outputs as blogs, podcasts, case studies. We envisage gathering a range of materials such as bid documents and site plans and venue layouts that we can use in the classroom with our students to help them understand better what being an event practitioner means. And we think that this is going to be of value to the students, obviously, but we think it's also going to be of value to the sector itself as a way of disseminating knowledge, disseminating best practice. So what's my role in SEIK? Well, I was the person actually who thought of the idea of applying for some funding. I was conscious that I thought that our programs could be enhanced by greater connectivity with industry. I think that educators and industry practitioners and indeed policymakers and planners have a great deal to learn and to benefit by collaboration, and this project is ultimately an exercise in collaboration, and I saw that this was a way that we might build bridges to the mutual benefit of our students and their learning, but also to the benefit of industry practitioners who have a lot of knowledge and expertise. I was very conscious that we were in this particular moment of the pandemic, which has wrought such devastation on the sector, and I was very conscious that we were in danger of losing knowledge and skills and expertise. That if these circumstances continue for much longer, there's a real fear, I think, that people are going to leave the sector because it simply isn't sustaining livelihoods at the moment. And I thought it acted as a spur to try and capture that knowledge and that expertise in the interest of disseminating knowledge across and down through different levels of the sector in the interest of succession planning within organisations, for example. I think it's really exciting. I think it's really valuable that we as educators work with industry. It's so enlightening for us. It's so enlightening for our students. It makes the learning come alive in a way that we just can't do in the classroom. So blending the theory and the models and the concepts that we deal with in the classroom, blending all of that with the practicalities and the difficulties and the applied situations that we find in the actual workplace. I mean, that's the way forward. That is the best way for our students to grasp. Now, of course, we do this already. Our students at undergrad level do work placement. They gain work experience. We have lots of engagement with industry. So this project is just taking all of that a step further. It's deepening our relationship with our existing practitioner partners, and it is very excitedly, it is introducing us to new people, many of whom, of course, are graduates of our programs, and it's a joy actually when we encounter our graduates out in the sector and give them an opportunity, because very many of them welcome the opportunity to give something back to their college where they were educated, and to give younger students a better feel, a better foothold in the sector. So all of that excites me. I think it's a win-win situation for everybody. It makes everything interesting, and I'm learning all the time. I do think this is quite an ambitious project, and we've been absolutely delighted with the enthusiastic reception we've had from the practitioners with whom we've engaged with so far. I think everybody sees a great deal of possibility here for developing resources that we can house in our open access repository here at TU Dublin in Arrow, that we can then share with our students, embed them into our curriculum, into our different modules, and enhance our students' learning experiences in that way. But we also hope to extend the access to event management students in other higher education institutes across Ireland, and we look forward to working with colleagues in HEIs across Ireland and possibly beyond. We really look forward to also giving something back to the sector, giving back something to industry, helping them disseminate knowledge, helping them to maybe develop that knowledge through dialogue in various formats. I think we're only at the start of a project that really could develop into something very exciting, and that is sustainable. Sustainability is a key aspiration underlying everything that we do. So we're aware that sustainability practices in the event sector can be improved. We know that there's a lot of scope for enhancing sustainability practices. We worry that the situation engendered now by COVID might have negative implications for sustainability practices going forward in the short term. So we are very much about trying to identify good sustainability practice, whether that be environmental sustainability or whether it be about social cultural inclusion, for example, whether it be sound financial planning. We are trying to identify good knowledge, good understanding around sustainability practices, and we're going to try and disseminate them, not, as I say, just into our student bodies, but also across the sector. We're going to share between subsectors of the event industry with the collaboration of our practitioner partners, and I think that's really exciting and interesting. Collaboration is the way forward, and collaboration is written all over this project, and it's just so interesting to be learning through working with other people.